Hey there everyone, welcome to today's video. I got a mono blue deck for you all today. This is a best of 3 deck. You could play this in best of 1 if you side in these Grafdigger cages and move some stuff around. But I think this kind of deck just shines much better in best of 3. The reason why is that you have much less like mono red decks as you see in best of 1. At least in my experience, you don't see as many, and this one can really take advantage of those decks like Sultai Ramp, 4-color Ramp, because you have so many counter spells. You can make it so that they cannot really resolve anything at all. This is a very similar tempo deck to the mono blue variations that we've played in the past, revolving around Curious Obsession and Curiosity to keep on drawing us cards. This draw engine is just very important for a deck like this, especially if we have such a reactive gameplay where we constantly want to counter stuff, bounce it back to the hand, and then counter it if they try to recast and stuff like that. You have some very cool sideboard decks like Entrancing Melody that allows us to gain control of the opponent's creature, Mystical Dispute against blue decks, Cerulean Drake against red decks, Aether Gust against red and green decks, and we have an extra Spell Pierce against decks that just keep on casting non-creature spells, and things like our Essence Capture is kind of useless against those matchups, so we have a different kind of counterspell right there. I think I'm gonna run this one through an event. I may not do a long video like the one I did before. Actually, you know what? No event. I will just do some best of 3 footage instead of best of 1, and let's just see how it goes. So yeah, let's save this. Let's go back to the home screen. Let's just get started right away. So historic, we need traditional, historic, ranked. There we go. Mono blue tempo, and yeah, off we go. So this deck is really good in a best of 3 setting. So let's see if we can actually pull off a win the first time around here. So we're up against Mason Clark. What is Mason Clark playing? We do not get to go first. That is a bit painful, and we start with a 1-lander. It's a bit of a all-around bad luck start, but this is okay. We have 2 kinds of removal. We have a 1-drop. We can put one of the islands back in the deck. It's funny we drew 4 of these. I got different kinds of islands, but we ended up drawing all the same ones. So let's put that back. And let's see, so the opponent luckily also mulliganed, so that's good. So at least we don't lose on card advantage right at the beginning. And here we go, so we can always play this one at the end of their turn. That's the thing I like about this deck. You can play very reactively. They get rid of something. They got rid of the Brineborn Cutthroat. Now they are aware of our control package, so I'm gonna put this on here and just start drawing some cards. It's a little bit dangerous. I'm hoping I can draw into a Spell Pierce. Curious Obsession. Let's see. Do I do this now? And I don't think it's worth it. I can always do it next turn, right? I mean, we are not gonna have anything extra anyways. So Growth Spiral is number 1. We have Lofty Deny already in case a Nissa comes down. I mean, this is not ideal, but oh well, it is what it is. So we lost our creature, and now we are just going to have to wait to do our things. They are not playing the Nissa. There was a little pause there, so I do think they do have one. Lofty Denial is not going to work if they play Lanta, so okay, so we are getting completely flooded. The opponent was quite lucky with both the Fatal Push and the Thoughtseize. I did not really expect them to have both those control magics so early on. There is a Euro. I mean, I'm gonna counter that, of course. But do I now? I mean, yeah, let's counter that. It does stop them from getting card advantage there. So the Euro is in the graveyard now. They can cast it maybe next turn. And we are really, the shuffle is weird. We got all the same lands. We keep on drawing into Curious Obsession. So that's not great at all, unfortunately. But oh well, what can you do, right? So Thoughtseize, I mean, I could have casted it, but it's gonna go anyway, so... There's the Nissa, and we knew there was a Nissa. We knew since the very beginning that this one was in their hand. We find a Brazen Borrower that can be quite useful. I mean, maybe I should just bounce the Nissa now, do it like this, and then at the end of that turn we can cast this, load it up with a ton of Curious Obsessions, and maybe jank them out that way. They do have 5 things in the graveyard. They are missing 1 thing in order to be able to bring the Euro back, so we don't need to worry about that. Most likely it's just going to be the Nissa coming back. I do hope they don't have yet another removal spell. It would be quite a annoying thing if it is. Sadly, this only draws a card if it deals damage to target player, so I'm kind of wondering if I should attack the Nissa. I mean, we have enough attack power to get rid of the Nissa. Let's try. So don't tell me that last thing is a removal spell. Can we resolve this, please? Come on, opponent, don't do this. Yorko them, there we go. So, my turn, and let's put this on here. I can survive 1 more turn of bullying from these lands, so... maybe I should just go all in and hope for the best. I mean, we get to draw a ton of stuff, and if we can survive 1 turn, we just win here. So down to 6, I mean... yeah, there's a chance of winning here. I mean, we need to draw into some control magic. Huh. I'm gonna do this because doing it like this means that they will have issue generating mana. They... Aether Gusted. Alright. So... Aether Gust to Nissa. That's interesting. But no problem, so... let's see how they do this. They wanted to get rid of my Brazen Borrower, but... that just seemed bad to me somehow. Put the Nissa back. Cannot do anything about that, so... let's not worry about that. They are going to bring the Euro back from the graveyard, I'm afraid. I will take this. I will put this onto the battlefield. It doesn't do anything, but... see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. So the opponent is going to be at 9 life. We were very close to winning. Maybe we can still win. I'm not sure, but let's see. Lofty Denial is a bit too late. We flooded a bit too much, I guess, and I mean, I'll do this. Maybe I can still salvage this if I draw into a bunch of bounce magic, but there's a blocker, there's a curiosity, and there's a spectral and another island. So I will play this. This allows me to block 2 of these. Maybe if I block these, I'm not sure if I can make it, but let's have a look. So I can try to block these and then hopefully draw into a Brazen Borrower. No, it's not enough. So let's concede there. That didn't really work out for us, but at least we know what we're up against and now we can prepare. So Aether Gust comes in. Grafdigger's Cage also is a very good include into the deck right now. Mystical Dispute can come in and then we need to cut some stuff. So let's cut the Essence Scatter. These Lofty Denials can go down a bit as well. Maybe I drop a Curiosity, and what else do I got here? I like the Spell Pierces since they run so many. I actually want all the Spell Pierces, so let's bring that in. Maybe I just go light on the Tempest Djinn, and I don't really need to bounce as hard. Countering is better, right? Do it like this. I need to cut one more thing. Pteramander, there we go. I think this is very heavy on the counter magic, but it might work in our favor against this matchup to just keep them under control as much as possible. Play first, and again with the bad hand. Okay then. Horrible hand. I'm gonna keep it. So put this back, and here we go. We have no means of interacting at all, but having two Brineborn Cutthroats may win us the game early on, so it's worth giving it a try. And yeah, I mean, this was a very unlucky game. We'll move on to another best of 3 game after this. Hopefully that one will be a bit better than this one. But yeah, it is what it is. There we go. So we play a land, Siren Stormtamer, and it's their turn. Next turn, it's time for the Brineborn Cutthroat. Please draw into some... that's not counter magic. And we go. Put a stop there, and there is a chance that they have counter magic of their own for this Brineborn Cutthroat, but probably just a growth spiral. So let's put this thing down. They do let us do that. This one gets +1 counts whenever we do something during the opponent's turn. Unfortunately, I could not block that with the... I could not do anything with the Siren Stormtamer there, but oh well, it's just the way it is. At least that pushes them back for 1 turn. Put this onto the battlefield, and I'm gonna counter this because I do not want them to get rid of the last thing in our hand. They put a land down, my turn, and still no proper counter magic. But at least we can start attacking it now. So here we go. Cannot do anything against that, unfortunately. And we do have a Spell Pierce. Let's go with the Aether Gust, slow them down a little bit. They do not put it on top of the deck. Okay, we are flooding out now. We started with very little land, and now we just keep on drawing land. Spell Pierce, get rid of Nissa. And another land. I mean, this is a one-sided game. It's a one-sided game. I mean, it's been like this all the time. I'm gonna forfeit here because this is not a proper mono blue game. I mean, the starting hands were bad, the hands we drew into were bad, we could just keep on flooding. This is not how we run this deck. Let's go on to another game and see if we can do any better in that one. There we go, after the next game straight away. Another best of 3 session, and let's see if this will be any better then, shall we? And we're up against Draco 1. Let's see what Drake was playing, and we do not get to go first. That's sad, but at least we can go first if we do. Again with the land. Come on already. Well, we do have a Curious Obsession. I'm gonna keep it, but every single game so far has been like this, so White, okay, and well, here we go, Pteramander. I hope this survives, because if this gets removed and we do not get to draw with the Curious Obsession, we are in quite a bit of trouble, because if we don't draw land, then it might be pretty much game over here. So there's a land, good, so I'm gonna put this on here. I could have kept up a Lofty Denial instead, but I want to get the drawing action as soon as possible. Maybe we even draw into a Spell Pierce. We do not, but we fixed our land, so we don't have to worry about lands now. We do need to worry about something like that, for example. Do I put Tempest Djinn down now? Let's do this. Let's get some big attacker down, and Then next turn we can... Okay, Idyllic Tutor. So we want to counter whatever they put down next, that's for sure. I hope we get a land so we can Brineborn Cutthroat and look out Dispersal this thing later on. We did not get it, but this also works. This also works, so it's okay. So in we go with this, and we end turn. Then next turn I can... Nine lives? No, that's not gonna happen today. I will go with... Yeah, let's just go with the Lofty Denial here. Get rid of that. Let's see, I will... Wait a bit, put the Spectral Sailor down as well, and we might have them in a bit of a beat down now. Perfect, that's what I like to see. Like, these two together is very nice. So there we go, we attack in with everything, and I mean, unless they play another land, they are not going to be resolving a 9 lives. Which is good for us. Excellence Binding. Let's see what they target. Probably the Tempest Djinn, right? That's fine, that's fine. I could have countered that, but I think I really need to keep these for some better target. So let's put this Brineborn Cutthroat down next. We lose the Tempest Djinn. And are they tricking us? No, they are not. I kind of expected them to trick us with some... what is that? Let's see. So... I cannot play the Tempest Djinn. That's a bit of a mistake then that I didn't counter. I forgot that the Excellence Binding does that, but it's fine. We can put the Pteramander down instead. We have a nice counter spell in hand. There we go. In we go with everything. Down to 7, and let's end the turn here. Whatever they cast now, we can counter. We do need to be careful with the Castle Vantress creating a 1/1 human here that could cut the sky. That's a good counter. So there we go. Brineborn Cutthroat grows a bit. They cannot pay that 4. They cannot block the Brineborn either. So 3, 4, 5 damage. Let's see. Can I somehow... I cannot activate this one, unfortunately, but... In we go, and down to 2. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame we couldn't adapt this, but it's 8 mana, and we're just 1 mana short from making it happen, so that's a bit sad, but oh well. Daily Tutor, alright, let's go with this, and then when they put the 9 lives down, we Spell Pierce it for the win. So Spell Pierce... No, that's not happening, sorry. And now it's time to scoop. Perfect, so what can we do against a deck like this? Not really prepared. I guess another Spell Pierce is good. I didn't see them playing creatures, so I can get rid of these Essence Captures for sure. Do the Grafdigger cages do anything? Creatures, player can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. No, that doesn't do anything. Maybe I just go all in on counter magic like this, and let's see what else can I do. The Brazen Borrowers are very good to bounce some of their stuff. The Pteramanders may not be super great against them in this matchup. Let's get rid of those, since high attack power stuff doesn't really do much. Actually, let's keep the Pteramander and just get rid of a Tempest Djinn and... just get rid of one. Fine, so... I think this is a good way to run the deck. Oh, did I keep an Aether Gust in the main board? I'm not sure. I might have made a mistake there and camped an Aether Gust in there, but it's fine, let's go on to the next game. So come on, Draco, please finish your sideboarding so we can play our game. Alright, here we go. Can we please get a hand that is not completely mana stuffed? And show me the hand. 2 mana, lots of counter magic. I'm gonna keep this. Good, perfect. Let's keep this. There's a land. I will start out with the Siren Stormtamer, so we have a pirate on the field already. Double Spell Pierce, that's something I like to see. Let's put Castle Vantress down, and we go with everything. At the end of that turn, we can use the Brineborn Cutthroat. And this might be a very fast game for us, because we got them completely under control. I don't mind them searching for something. Because that wastes a turn for them. Next turn we can get rid of this thing. Let's put the Brineborn Cutthroat onto the battlefield. Please a land? Land? No, that's not a land, but... next turn, I mean, let's put this one on the Brineborn. We keep 1 mana up. Here we go. Card draw, land please. That's not a land either, but it's fine. We have the Spell Pierce. When they try to cast 9 lives, then pretty much GG for them. Here we go, Spell Pierce. Goodbye, 9 lives. Such an evil card, such an evil card. Let's put this one on here as well to get even more card draw for us. And we go. And here we go, we get a double card draw of that. Yes, take that action, and I will keep it like it is right now. Mind Stone, I don't mind that stone. Gideon's Intervention, I do not like that, so let's Spell Pierce that. Go, and next we can put a Spectral Sailor down as well. Grow that Brineborn Cutthroat even bigger. And we got even more counter magic to make their life a living hell. I could have put that Curious Obsession on there, but I kind of like the fact that we have the Spectral Sailor and the Curious Obsession in hand, so maybe it's better to keep these for now. That way I do have a means of attacking in if they somehow manage to board wipe us, which I do highly doubt, but you never know, you never know. They are a respectable amount of mana, they've ramped quite a bit, so let's see what they do next. This must be tough for them, because a baffling Ant... I will counter that, and when they pay all the 4 mana, I can Spell Pierce it, and then it's time for them to scoop and get that filthy 9 lives deck out of here. This deck, I absolutely hate it. There they go, they will pay the mana cost, I guess. Waiting, maybe they have a board wipe and this is just trying to lure out a counter spell. That's also a possibility. Okay, let that resolve. Here comes the real... No, Spell Pierce. I'm sorry, opponent, but your deck is just annoying. Your deck is so annoying, even more annoying than mine. There we go, so we won a game there. Let's go on to the next best of 3 game then, shall we? Oh, I love playing Mono Blue again. Like, for those of you know, when I took a break from Magic the Gathering to play Yu-Gi-Oh! For a few years competitively, when I came back, at first I played Modern, I played Mono Red Burn and a Demir Ninja deck, but then when I got introduced to Standard about 3 years ago, like I personally, I used to never play Standard because I feel it's a waste of money because the decks rotate out, but when my wife and I moved to Belgium, then there wasn't any modern scene around, so we were kind of forced to just, like, I was forced to join a standard FNM and standard showdown, and the first deck that I built was a budget mono blue deck, very similar to this one, running Curious Obsession, so quite happy playing the deck again in a way. We didn't have a creature earlier on, but we had so many counter magic, I kind of liked the hand. Let's see, what do we get? A Love-Struck Beast. I do expect a Great Hunch coming down next turn, so I don't really feel comfortable letting that resolve. So let's Love to Denial that now, especially since we do not have a flyer at the moment. I could bounce this, and do I do that? Probably not. I might just want to just cast it as a creature depending on what they play next. Ronas the Indomitable. They have a mana available. I cannot do this. Alright, so I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Maybe I just buy myself a turn, put that back into the hand, they can play another elf like that, and yeah, let's wait a bit. So likely playing this thing again. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, let's do this now. So they cannot pay 4, so we can get rid of that Ronas now. Good. They might have another 3 drop though. Full Prophet is a lot less scary at least. And a token from the Love-Struck Beast. So yeah, here we go. I'm hoping they somehow cast a non-creature spell, and they do not. Okay. Let that resolve. How much mana do they have? So 1, 2, 3 mana, so we cannot Lofty Denial, but I think it's time to put the Brazen Borrower down, load it up with Curious Obsession and stuff like that, and start attacking in, but this might be a loss, to be honest. Down to 14, I mean, let's put this on here. I will just put this on here as well, and hope I draw into a land. There we go, we get 2 card draws off that. If you did not find a card, I will just concede here. This is not gonna lead anywhere after all, so we lost that one, but it's best of 3, so it's not really done yet. Aether Gust is very good against them. I did not see blue, so I don't really want to bring the Mystical Dispute. Entrancing Melody can be good if I can steal something big. And what do we cut then? I did not see any use of the Spell Pierce, so I will cut them for now. Might be a mistake, but let's find out, I guess. What else do I cut? Maybe a Pteramander. Seems too slow. Let's bring it like this, see how it's gonna go. We do get to go first this time, which is very useful with mono blue, so we can set up. We need a good hand. We'll play first. What do we have? 4 lands. Oh, that's... But we get to bounce some... Well, this is technically 2 plays, right? I will keep it. At least we don't get mana screwed. So they are probably gonna have a turn 1 mana dog. I might put the elf back in the hand. Actually, I don't need to. I will just put whatever they play next back in the end. Then again, it does slow them down quite a bit, right? Next, if I bound, like, let's just see what they play. Let them waste their turn, and then next turn I can, at the end of their turn, I can bounce whatever 3 drop they put down. Heart of Kiran. Interesting, interesting. Right when I got the spell pierces, I did not expect a vehicle here, but let's put this one back in the hand first of all. There we go. They are 4 mana now. And we can Spectral Sailor into a Lookout Dispersal. A little bit flooded there, but oh well. Out of Kieran, they have 3 mana, so this one comes down. And we Dispersal that thing, perfect. Kind of janky to have something like this, where I remove a loyalty counter. This has me think that there might be some planeswalkers here that we haven't seen yet. I'm gonna block this. I feel a 1/1 for a creature like that is very good. Here we go. And we are still not drawing anything too useful. Questing Beast, let's put the Brazen Borrower down. This might very well be game over, because we did not have any interaction at all. I mean, we kept a 4-lander and then still kept on drawing into more land, so... yeah, it's just land flooding time. Just constant flooding. Let's scoop this. It's not gonna work. Let's go on to the next game. Hopefully the next game will be less flood, because we've been flooding quite a bit. Quite a bit. But oh well, it's okay, it's okay. So you don't win all games with a deck like this. So here we go. After the next game. I do keep some very shady hands, I have to admit, so... yeah, here we go. Let's wait for the next opponent and see what we can do with our following hand. Still waiting. Here we go. Finally, there's our opponent up against Naplan, and look at our hand. Waiting for the opponent. Going second again. Not ideal with mono blue. You want to be on the play kind of, but the hand looks good. We have a turn 2 Lookout's Dispersal, so that's really great. I will cast this during their turn, I guess. See if I can lure out a counter magic, some counter magic. Okay then, so blue, and they did not seem to have a mystical dispute. I'm gonna take a risk here and just assume that next turn is gonna be a Euro play, and just put all this on here so I can again generate some card advantage. And that was enough to scare them away. Fine, so I'm expecting some kind of a ram deck, so let's grab this. We need the mystical disputes as well, Aether Gust as well. I'm not sure what to cut because we didn't really see anything, so let's cut this. Let's go ahead and cut 2 of these as well. What else do we cut here? How much land do we have? We have 20 lands, so I don't want to cut any lands. I guess the Curiosities can go and we just keep the Curious Obsessions. I think this looks good. It's very similar to a standard mono blue deck right now, but... should be okay. So waiting for the opponent to decide, and not great, but I'm gonna keep it anyway. So it suddenly got a lot better. Fine. So we can put Spectral Sailor down during the end of their turn. Oh, it's Merfolk. I see. Okay, that's fine. There we go, let's put this down. So we do need to be a little bit careful, and I will keep this one as a blocker for this for now, I guess. Actually, no, I don't want to block. So go in for the 1 damage, and this one is a very good target to counter as well. Perfect. They are holding back. That's good. That's really good for us. Wizard's Retort. That's fine. That's fine. So this is a wizard. I didn't even know that's a wizard. I would like some 1 mana counter magic here, but let's go in with this and end the turn. We can try again with another Brineborn Cutthroat. Put a stop here. That cannot resolve. That can definitely not resolve. So let's go with Lofty Denial. Maybe they have a Spell Pierce. They do. They are prepared. They are completely prepared. My turn. I would have preferred a land drop there, but what do we do? Should I just call it and not give them more information? They're out of counter magic. If we had 1 more magic, we could have countered 1 more land, we could have countered this thing as well. Yeah, let's not give them more information and just run this back with them. So it's not a ramp deck, it's actually a Merfolk deck. So in that case, Collected Company is probably a thing in there, so I need this one instead. Mystical Dispute still good. Aether Gust not as good against them. Run like this, and I mean, a Grafdigger's Cage could catch them off guard. We do get to go first now, which is really good, and all we need is a decent hand. Ugh, that's not it. Well, that's good. That's okay. So let's keep this. I will put I just put the creature back and just control them for a while. Maybe I do. Let's do this. And put the Grafdigger's Cage down now, and then next time we can start countering stuff. I don't think they have a turn 1 Merfolk anyways. So we got a new creature. Here we go. And we put our Spectral Sailor down. Curious Obsession, perfect. So getting the Merfolk Branch Walker coming down next turn is not ideal, but oh well, we are really loaded up on Mystical Disputes. Hopefully they play a blue Merfolk. No, they go for the green one. That's fine though, that's fine. We get a land, a Kugane Speaker. There is a land for us. We get to attack in, draw a card. Spell Pierce. Alright, alright. We're gonna take 4 damage. And let's not resolve that please. So that one goes away. If they Spell Pierce us, then we can always Spell Pierce them back. 4 damage. And I mean, we're still completely loaded up. Rickster, alright, let's dispute that one as well. Collected Company is not gonna happen. I'm disputing. Oh! Alright, we won that one. I guess I will play 1 more game with this deck and then it's probably time to call it. It was cool. That was really cool that we managed to win that one like that. So let's go ahead and find our next opponent then, and then we can probably call it the end of the video for today. So we got 4 wins so far, because we won 2 best of 3 games, that's why. It's the first deck I'm playing today, sort of. Well, I did play something else earlier today, some janky stuff, and I also recorded, I did a stream with Rosala earlier on where we played some Best of 3 Historic, but that doesn't really count towards the daily, so yeah, there you have it. So up against, how to pronounce this, is Yus or Juice, Ju, something like that. So finally a decent hand. 2 lands is okay with a deck like this. Would have loved to see a Spell Pierce, but with a bit of luck we might draw into one, right? So hello to you too, opponent. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this one down. Fabled Passage, and let's see what color we are up against. Blue. Okay, so this is likely a Sultai deck then. Oh, it's not. A Charming Prince. Alright. So scry 2 and to the bottom, that's what we like to see. So most likely a Euro coming down next turn. Do I care about a Euro? I could counter it. I kind of want to start generating value, so let's put this on here now, and maybe we can find a Spell Pierce. Come on, Spell Pierce. No, it's not a Spell Pierce, but it is a creature, so let's put that one down as well. The Euro is okay for a turn. Ah, that's not okay though. That's rough. I didn't expect that. I'm not sure what kind of a deck this is. I don't think I faced it before. But I'm gonna turbo with our Tempest Djinn then and hope for the best. I mean, there could be a Last Pool Mimic. Ah, that's not good. That's really not good. So I can bounce this thing, get a 3/3, which is nice. I can block that thing, get a 1/1 as well. I think this is gonna work out great. So I'm gonna attack in here and let's see if we can make this work. It's a trap. It's a trap. Okay, they could have counter magic, but I need to try this, so here we go. Kind of hoping they play a... what's the thing called? We have our 3/3, they collected company, we cannot do anything against that. Please no Skyclave. So, okay, I guess non-creature spell cost more now with that Talia. Ah! That's smart. That's kind of smart. We put our Brineborn Cutthroat down and I'm gonna block this. They cannot really play anything now, so... Curiosity for 2, that's harsh, that's really harsh. But I need a counter spell during their turn, so I can't really go and do that either. I mean, what does this do? Discard a legendary card, draw 2 cards. That's not great, not great. I will attack in with these 2, I guess. If they want to double block, I'm definitely getting rid of the Talia. Do not want to double block and pass the turn. Hope for the best. No, thank you. Let's Essence capture that, put a counter on here. Maybe I should have put it on the Pteramander instead, but I like this play. I like this play, so I will attack in with this one as well now. Probably putting this on the Pteramander to make sure I will get that card draw. Attack, attack, attack. They kind of have to block here now, I guess. A double block, alright, so then I will get rid of the Thalia for sure. Ah, we get rid of both. Brain fart, but okay, so we get rid of both of those. Take that action, and this costs 3 to counter something. I think I will keep that. I can also cast this at the end of their turn, depending what they play now. Let's counter that Skyclave apparition right now. Good game. Alright, so we won the first game. Now we get to Sideboard, and what do we need? So we're up against a blue-white deck. Mystical Disputes are coming in. We saw a Collected Company, so the Grafdigger cages are coming in as well. Spell Pierce wasn't as good there. Curiosity seems a little bit excessive if they put a Talia down. So maybe I got Curious Obsession as well. Aether Gust could be good as well, since they do have green mana, right, for that. Is that, yeah, they do run green mana. They have Collected Company, so maybe the Aether Gust is a good way to buy us a turn. Tempest Djinn, not a huge fan of it, so maybe go down one of those. Pteramander can go down those as well, and maybe one Stormtamer, call it like that. Spell or ability? Okay, so no, we need the Stormtamer, so just get rid of the Tempest Djinns, and yeah, this will do. Let's run this back. Get to go second now, very hard against a matchup like this, but oh well, that's fine, it's fine. We will figure it out. Grafdigger's Cage turn 1, great. We can play this turn 2, then we can keep on countering the turns after that. Perfect. Waiting for the opponent to make the decision. They do mulligan once, and they go for a land. Alright. My turn, very easy turn for us. Here we go, Grafdigger Cage, go. I don't need to put a stop there yet, it's more for next turn so we can Brineborn Cutthroat, and let's see. My turn, let's put this down and pass the turn. Having a bounce, really nice as well, especially with those. Does it resolve? The big question. No, it does not. It does not resolve. Yeah. I will try. Getting a 3-1 in the sky is quite good after all. Here we go, we got a Stormtamer that makes these cheaper. We attack in for 3 damage, and now we just need to just get the win, because they just give up just like that. And that's the power of Mono Blue right there. We had a couple of non-games with mana issues. We do run only 20 lands though, so sometimes you're gonna run into issues like that, but I had fun, I really like this deck. I like tempo decks like this. The Mere tempo, Mono Blue tempo, this kind of stuff is really up my alley. It really is my kind of playstyle. So yeah. I feel a bit guilty playing this type of decks because countering stuff over and over doesn't feel good for the opponent, and it's one of the reasons why I kind of moved away from blue magic for a while and playing it less and less, because I don't want to give the opponent such a bad feeling. But I like the decks, and they can be quite powerful if you play them properly as well. They got a bit of a higher skill cap than regular decks as well, which I also like. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to thumbs it up, leave a comment down below, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you really liked the video, there's also a Patreon link down in the description, which will help me out a lot with my current unemployment system going on right there. I only have some freelance work here and there, only earning about $300 to $400 a month, so every dollar counts at this point. Anyways, again, thank you all for watching. I hope you had a lot of fun, and Have fun with this deck. Please don't overuse it. Don't make the meta be flooded with this, because if everybody plays mono blue, it's really not enjoyable. But oh well, it's up to you. Play this deck, have fun with it. Take care.